What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Now today, hey, we are back with something a little bit different, something totally new for the channel. You know, it still involves cricket, which is my favorite thing to talk about, but we get something, as you can see. I mean, you're not blind, and if you are, well, maybe you're not watching YouTube, but here we have a wheel of names. I know other YouTubers have done this, you know, content creators have done this for basketball, tennis, every sport, but I don't think I've seen anyone ever do this for cricket, and if there has, massive shout out to them for doing it before me. Hey! We are here. I'm going to explain. We've got 3 rounds of spinning the wheel. So the first round has all of these legendary player names on here. All of some of the greatest modern day test cricketers we have ever seen. I mean, you just have to look. Joe Root, Ponting, Dean Elgar, Shakib, Bradman, Tendulkar. You guys know the rest. You guys know what sort of names belong here. So we've got the first round. We're going to list 5 players. Whatever 5 players we get, we're going to rank each of them without knowing who is the next guy that we have to rank. So let's say I could get Shakib Al Hasan. I could put him at 1, and then, which I would never do because I'm not insane, but I could get him. I could put him at 1, and then the next pick I could get Rahul Dravid, who deserves to be number 1, but I can't move Shakib. So it's just a bit of fun, just having a laugh. I don't want anyone to take this too serious and think that I'm ranking players of all time, because it's just my opinion and just a bit of fun. So then the second round, we're going to go into, you know, middle tier players, you know, a lot of underrated players. And then the third round, we're just going to go with a bunch of random guys who didn't play much cricket. We're just going to have a bit of fun with that one. So, hey, if you guys are new, subscribe. We're pushing towards 10K. Got any ideas? Drop them in the comments. We are going to get started, guys. I'm not going to waste any more time. The first player off the rank, here we go. Okay, so from 1 to 5. Now, you can put them at any number you want. Ooh, Clarke, the legendary all-rounder from South Africa. Where do I put the man Clarke? I think it's hard to beat him, but I'm going to put him at number 2. I'm going to put Clarke at number 2 to start us off. I think that's pretty fair. One of the GOATs, one of the greatest batsmen, one of the greatest all-round bowlers as well. I mean, he is a king. Number 2, who's our second player to rank? Can we fill that number 1 position? It looks like we might. Oh, now, in fact, this is Steve Smith. I love Steve Smith. You guys know, one of my all-time favourite players. But unfortunately, I'm going to put Steve Smith at number 3. Steve Smith at number 3. I'm going to leave that number 1 position open. So hopefully we get someone good at the end. All right. Pick number 3. Here we go. Who are we going to get? Oh, Dravid, Pete. No, not Pete. Okay. I can deal with that. I can definitely deal with that. Kane Williamson. So we've got number 2 position filled with Carlos. We've got 3 Smith. I think the only right way to go about this is putting Williamson at number 5. I'm going to put Williamson at 5 just because I know the rest of the names on the wheel. Most of them are quite better. So we're gonna leave it like that. Williamson at number 5. We've got 2 positions to fill, number 1 and number 4. Smudge! Steve Smith! What are you doing? I mean, we can pretend that it's Graham Smith from South Africa, but we're not going to be doing that because we're doing Test Batsman. So I'm sorry, Graham, but no, we're not going to get Steve again. All right, respin. Respin. Here we go. I should probably have removed them from the wheel, but, oh, well, what can you do? Oh, okay. Alan DeGeneres, a.k.a. Joe Root. So, wow. What do we do with Joe Root? We've got number 1 position. We've got number 4 position. I think you guys know he's going to go into number 4. Okay? That's pretty obvious. And here we go. Drum roll, please. For the number 1 position, I have to put them number 1 no matter what. So here we go. Our number 1 player on the list. Who is it? Who's going to be number 1? Woohoo! I like that. A.B. de Villiers. Okay, baby. I love that. A.B. de Villiers is going to be my number 1 player. honestly, I couldn't have asked for too much more there. So we go number 1, AB de Villiers. Number 2, who did I have? Oh, no. Oh, no, that's right. I had the man, the other South African. Oh, my God. Jacques Kallis. I don't know why I was forgetting his name. I had Jacques Kallis at 2. I had Smith at 3. I had Root at 4. And I had Kane Williamson at number 5. So let me know what you guys think of round 1. Did I get it right? Did it work? Let me know. On to round 2. Okay, here we go. Into round 2 now. I've kept some of the names from the last round just to kind of even it out. But we've got round 2. Some of the most underrated Test cricket batsmen, in my opinion, and in history. I did have to do a little bit of research because, look, I have good cricket knowledge, but my cricket knowledge doesn't go as far as remembering how many games people played and statistics and stuff like that. So I did have to look up a few names just to add them, but we know everyone on this list, and let's do it. So here we go, round 2. Who's going to be my first pick? Let's have a look. Who will I be listing, ranking, whatever you want to call it first? Ooh, Ross Taylor, that Kiwi. Of course, only did retire. I think it was early this year or last year, I think it might have been. We will remove his name now. So, Ross Taylor. Okay, where do we put him on the list? I'm going to stick him right at number 4. I think number 4 is fair enough for Taylor. Ooh, 3 or 4. No, we're going to stick with number 4 for Ross Taylor. Here we go. Who will be next? Will they be above Ross Taylor? Ooh, I mean, damn. Now, that's a tricky one because BJ Watling. Now, we know, I don't know if everyone knows BJ Watling. He was actually one of the names that I did research their statistics and have a look. And look, I mean, he was a pretty, he was a pretty good Test batsman, super underrated. Had to sit behind guys like McCullum, Taylor their whole career, Williamson. Obviously was a great wicketkeeper as well. So, look, I think I'm going to put him at number 5, but I think that's still fair enough. All right. So, Watling at 5, Taylor at 4. We've got the top 3 positions to be filled now. And who do... Ooh, Yunus Khan. Now. Okay, Yunus Khan. Now, of course, one of the great, if not the greatest Pakistan player to ever do it. Where do we put Yunus Khan? I'm going to put Mr. Yunus at number 2. I'm going to put Yunus Khan at number 2. Look, I didn't get to watch a lot of Pakistan cricket growing up, but look, I obviously do know a lot about Yunus Khan, and I have watched a bit of cricket when he has played here in Australia, and England and stuff like that. So, yeah, he obviously deserves to be on that list, and he will be at number 2. All right, we've got number 1 and number 3 to be filled. Who's going to get it? Ooh, oh! Is that our first Indian cricketer that we've gotten throughout the entire thing? Gautam Gambhir. Okay, now Mr. Gambhir, this is tough. Because I know if I say that he is number 3, people are going to get upset that I put him under Yunus Khan. But if I put him above Yunus Khan, I don't feel like that's fair either, because I actually think Yunus Khan, and by the numbers as well, was a better player. So, unfortunately for Gambhir, I'm going to put him at number 3 for Gautam. Yeah, look, I think Yunus Khan probably just has the edge over him, statistics-wise, but look, you could have done either or there. And here we go. For our number 1 position, who's going to be ranked number 1 for the second round? Oh! Is it going to be Irfan? Oh! Irfan Pathan does indeed get himself onto the list at number 1. No, Irfan. No, that is not what we wanted. Hey, as good as Pathan was, he was underrated as heck. And he only played I think it was about 30 test matches. So on this list, I'm very sure he was by far the least experienced test player. And now we've got to put him at number 1. Obviously, he is someone who, was a great batsman, was a solid bowler as well, and could do it all. So, at number 1, I'm not exactly happy with that. But, hey, we can't argue against the order. So we've got... All right, let's go over the list again. All right, who's number 1? I just forgot. It's alright. I'm going to have the list on the side. I'm going to be editing it. Best editor on YouTube. I won't even have to remember it. So, hey, that is how my top 5 for round 2 goes. Patan finishes at number 1. Bit weird, but hey, that's what happens. That's the wheel. We listen to the wheel. On to the last and final round. We're just going to stick a bunch of random cricketers in there that not many people know, are popular with. And we're just going to pick a 5 out of that tag. Let's go to round 3. Okay, we are into round 3. If I'm going to be honest with you guys, I could not think of many names that were, super underrated or people who deserved more opportunity throughout their career. So I've actually kept a few names on the list that I still think are quite underrated and weren't spoken about much in Test cricket. And I've also added a few names just for the fun. So, hey, let's go. Let's see who our first pick is. I think there's about 11 names on the list, so we only need 5. And here we go. Our first pick is going to be the former England captain, well, in ODI cricket, not Test cricket, but Owen Morgan. Where am I going to put Owen Morgan, you say? I'm going to put Mr. Morgan at 3. I'm going to put Morgan at 3. Okay? Now we're into our second pick. Here we go. There's a few names that I want to get. Here we go! Yeah! Moses Henriques, baby! Hey, you guys know exactly where he's going. Right to number 1, baby. Moses Henriques is going to be number 1 on my list. I don't care. It's going to happen. He's deserved more opportunity. That's as simple as that. He was always going to be my number 1. Okay, our third pick. We've got number 1 and number 3 locked in. Who were our final 3? Oh, yeah, I was hoping for him. He has been on the list, I think, since the start, and I've just kept him on there the whole time. Damien Martin, of course, was a part of Australia's, legendary era where he had to, sit behind a lot of talented, legendary batsmen, but he was still an absolute king in his prime and just made it look so easy batting overseas. So, Damien Martin, I'm going to put him at number 4. Number 4, yeah. Number two. Damien Martin at number 2. Damien Martin at number 2. I feel like that's fair. He'd probably be number 1 on this list if I didn't put Moses there. Alright, our next pick. Another Australian. So, look, there is a lot of Australians on this list. Brad Hodge, someone who played what? He played, I think it was 3 test matches. He made, I think it was a 209 in one of them. He was by far the greatest domestic Australian player ever. He deserved to play. He would have played in any other country's team except Australia, and he just got unlucky. So Brad Hodge, I love you, Hodgie. And you're going to go at number 4. So there we go, Bradley Hodge at number 4. And our last pick to go at number 5. Who's going to be that lucky number? Oh, no, Wasim. Wasim, no! Wasim, no! I'm so sorry, Wasim. Mr. Jaffa. Man, I am so sorry for that. But look, the wheel does what it wants. Wasim, he goes to number 5. So, hey, that is my round 3. That is my last round. Hey, let me know if you guys did enjoy this video. I definitely am going to do more of, like these videos. I am just trying, new ideas, new sort of videos. So if you guys enjoy them, leave a like, subscribe down below and comment, ideas. Let me know, because, hey, I have a lot of fun doing these. And I'm going to do more for, ODI players. I'm going to do some for these, where I make a full team 11. If you guys want to see that, a whole 11, where I list off names, it would be a lot of fun, and then I put them into a ranking list. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think down below. I love you all, and I'll see everyone in the next one.